Social justice warriors offended by an African woman playing an African character. They think she is white. Well now, I'm not surprised at all by this apparent insanity gone wild. Reading on the Age of Shitlords, link in the description, there's a shitload of sausage being made out of French-Algerian actress Sofia Boutella playing the part of someone from Africa. Sofia has starred in several major motion pictures recently and is now coming under fire because she's not black enough or something. So let's get this right. If you are born in Bab el Oud, Algeria, then you aren't considered African? Her family did eventually move to France, so maybe that removes her heritage. What is startling about the recent success of this actress is when she attempts to crawl out of the bucket, the other crabs keep grabbing at her to try to bring her back down. Those crabby crabs are none other than the usual suspects from the confused tribe of badly misinformed and virtue-signaling social justice warriors. The article reads, apparently Sofia looks too white to be playing a black character. Never mind the fact that Egyptians weren't black to begin with. Apparently the fact that she looks Western means that she has to be a white person, and since doing a simple Google search is too hard, they decided to go online instead to complain about cultural appropriation. As far as we can tell, ancient modern Egyptians were and are dark and light-skinned. What is now the people of Pharaonic and Nubian ancestry, as well as many others, in a land at significant cultural crossroads then and now. This is just one example of an intelligent discussion that could be had on the important subject of people's culture or ancestry, but alas, the crybabies will not have it. An argument could be made that an Algerian could not represent an ancient Egyptian, but it's a slippery slope we ask for when we go there. Why not say an Italian actor could not play a French part? Oh, the agony of it all. But it gets worse. Here are a few of the ignorant comments posted about her by the SJWs. Love the mummy, but more whitewashing of ancient Egypt? No thank you. And, for once, can the mummy be African from Africa? Another. This pisses me off. They use white actors for another racial role. And here's the last one I'm going to read. So we're just going to ignore the fact that there is no African people in this Egyptian movie again. I guess no one will see this. I don't know what they mean by that last comment. The stupidity is strong in these ones. This is just another example of wet blanket spoil sports wanting to piss in others' porridge. It's entertainment, for feck's sake, get over it. This whole cultural appropriation nonsense has gotten way beyond out of hand. In a world that probably has prided itself on copying others' ways and customs, as well as the arts and fashion, and how could we forget technology? We now have these petty little microaggression police nitpicking people's eyebrows. Yes, I said eyebrows. In the National Review, Catherine Timp writes, according to a piece written by a student at Louisiana State University, white women styling their eyebrows to make them look fuller is an example of cultural appropriation. Current American eyebrow culture also shows a prime example of the cultural appropriation in the country. Lynn Bunch writes in a piece for the Daily Reveille, the school's official student newspaper, the trend right now is thick brows, and although a lot of ethnic women have always had bushy, harder to maintain eyebrows, it has only become trendy now that white women have started to do it. Yes, she really said eyebrow culture. It is so obvious that privileged middle and upper class students have so little to worry about in their charmed lives that they need to search all over the globe with an electron microscope to ferret out all the evils that plague our society. And what better target than the insidious eyebrow culture? She goes on to write, eyebrow culture is too intense and too unforgiving, and a person's beauty should be defined by the individual, not by what society considers trendy. Bunch concludes, this conclusion is of course laughably ironic. After all, if, as Bunch says, a person's beauty should be defined by the individual, shouldn't people be allowed to decide what to do with their own damn eyebrows without having to worry about a citation from the PC police? Well, I agree with her. There are plenty of legitimate topics to take on as a worthy cause. Time much far better spent attempting to end the scourge of radical Islamic terrorism throughout the world. For one, this is a ridiculous topic. It is not when people use some aspect of a culture to belittle or demean others, but worrying about how people apply makeup or style their hair is just plain silly. Grow up. That's right, I said grow up.
But no more! We are taking our culture back! We are packing up our shit and leaving! We are leaving white folk to be creative on their goddamn own!
Thank you for watching this video. Please consider liking or subscribing and even helping out on our new Patreon page. Since the recent YouTube advertising issues, this channel is still getting views, but the funds from the ads have dried up. If you think Disturbing Trends is doing something worthwhile, then take a minute to click the link to Patreon and toss us a few coppers. So long, and thanks for all the demonetized ads, YouTube.